Are you as annoyed as we are with big tech? Do you agree that we need to turn big tech into fair tech? Then join us in playing Turning Tables. It's time to play a new game. The Turning Tables deck looks very much like an ordinary deck of cards. In fact, you can use it to play any card game you like. But we want you to start playing a new game.
Like a normal card deck, Turning Tables has got aces, kings, queens and jacks. But instead of the power structures of medieval times, the cards in Turning Tables represent the power structures of the world we live in today. Amazon, Facebook, Apple and Google, the aces of big tech, reign supreme. These companies have more wealth and power than any average country. Their CEOs are the kings in Turning Tables. They are among the richest people on earth. They can shoot themselves into orbit as a hobby.
The highest-ranking women in big tech are the queens. They earn millions, but their net worth is still often less than 1% of their male bosses. The jacks are the subsidiary companies. These are the small companies that reside under the 4 big tech companies. Most people don't know they're actually owned by Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. You might know that Instagram was bought by Facebook. But did you know that Apple owns the music app Shazam? Look at the jack cards and you'll see the big tech strategies at work. Google wants to be leading in artificial intelligence, so in 2014 they bought the AI startup DeepMind. Amazon wants to get its share in gaming, the fastest growing market in entertainment. They bought the gaming platform Twitch. The top end of the Turning Tables card deck shows the people who currently have the money and the power in our world.
But Turning Tables also shows you the other side of the world of big tech. The cards with a value of 2, 3, and 4 are a different kind of picture card. They show other people who work for big tech. It's just that they don't make as much money as Jeff, Mark, and Tim. Meet Young Mai. She's a Chinese factory worker doing 60 hours a week assembling gadgets for Amazon. She earns just a few dollars a day and has to get permission to go to the toilet. And meet Daniel Motoung. He was a content moderator for Facebook in Kenya, keeping your Facebook feed free of violent images. He wanted better working conditions and psychological support for the traumatizing work he and his colleagues needed to do. They were going to go on strike to support their demands, but they were fired before they could do so. Gabriela da Silva is a contract worker for Google in Brazil. Google has been underpaying contract workers for years in Brazil and many other countries. Google also paid female employees less than male employees doing the same work. Software engineer Kelly Ellis successfully sued Google for this. In Ireland, Apple whistleblower Thomas Laboniak revealed how Apple was illegally using recordings of their customers made by their Siri app. The Value 4 cards show the average user of big tech products. We provide the data that make Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Apple rich. The cards also show the amount of tax paid by ordinary citizens. Proportionally, it's a lot more than what the big tech companies pay on the profits they are making. Big tech companies have got legal and tax advisors who help them to avoid paying taxes as much as possible. Turning Tables highlights the least privileged people working in big tech. We make the invisible visible and tell you about the scandals that big tech would like to keep hidden. We put the crowns on the heads of the people that most deserve it.
And there's more. With Turning Tables you can turn the big tech world upside down. You can help a worker in an Indian iPhone factory to beat Mark Zuckerberg, or a Czech Amazon warehouse worker suffering from work-related illness to trump Jeff Bezos. The Turning Tables deck contains 12 Joker cards. These jokers are the inspiring critics and whistleblowers helping us to imagine a world where big tech turns into fair tech and hardworking, underpaid humans have more value than big tech multinationals. We want a world in which we have reclaimed our agency over the devices we use every day and where we own and control our data. Douglas Rushkoff and Chelsea Manning, Joy Buolamwini, Tim Berners-Lee and Shoshana Zuboff are the good jokers who turn the power structure upside down. But the game also has some bad joker cards. The bad jokers are the human traits and the processes in society that make it so difficult to create change, traits like defeatism, division, convenience, and ignorance. Play these cards and big tech gets the upper hand again.
But don't despair. We still have the critical minds of Yevgeny Morozov and Timnit Gebru, and courageous whistleblowers like Frances Haugen and Edward Snowden. They will help you to see the world differently and imagine a world in which big tech is turned into fair tech.